Good morning, Zio here. And today we're talking Blizzard. Um, you know what? I don't even know why I should just follow that up with again because we're always talking about Blizzard or EA or somebody like that. So, with that, go ahead and grab yourself some coffee, sit back, relax, and let's get into it, shall we? But now to get into it, actually, let's look here. We are talking about BlizzCon. You know what BlizzCon is, right? It's the con that Blizzard started putting on years ago that I've always wanted to go to, but never ever got a chance to because it's all the way in California. Um, yeah, so I've never really had the chance to actually go all the way to BlizzCon. Oh, something in my throat. But anyway, yeah, so we've got a post here. This wasn't what I was planning to talk about, but we can save that till tomorrow. Their new, gosh, what is it? They're essentially their trust and safety council that they're creating with your help, that sort of thing. So we will talk about that tomorrow, of course. As for today, though, we will go ahead and talk about this because BlizzCon for 2022 has been canceled, essentially. And they're talking about reimagining BlizzCon. So I haven't had the chance to actually read this, other than the fact that they apparently did say that they were canceling the current BlizzCon for next year. And we can get into why here in a second. But first, let's go ahead and read this. But to the Blizz community, we've decided to take a step back and pause on planning the previously announced BlizzCon Online, BlizzConline, Conline? Is that what they've been calling it? Conline? I thought it was always BlizzCon Online, like Blizz, C-O-N, then space online. Anyway, that's what I've been calling it. My bad. Event schedule for early next year. This was a tough decision for all of us to make, but it was the right one. So yeah, that's where they've canceled it, right? And that's about as far as I've actually read throughout this. So let's look into the rest of it, shall we? Any BlizzCon event takes place, every single one of us to make happen, an entire company effort fueled by our desire to share what we create with the community we care about so much. As this time we feel the energy it would take to put on a show like this is best directed towards supporting our teams and progressing development of our games and experiences. Additionally, we would like to take the time to reimagine what a BlizzCon event of the future could look like. The first BlizzCon was held 16 years ago. Has it really been that long? Shoot. Anyway, and so many of us have changed in the time since, most notably the multiple ways in which players and the community come together and feel like they are part of something bigger. Whatever the event looks like in the future, we need to ensure that it feels as safe, welcoming, and inclusive as possible. We're committed to continuing communications with our players, and we see BlizzCon playing a big role in the going forward. We're excited about what we are doing the event when we revisit it in the future. One more thing we wanted to make clear, even though we aren't holding a BlizzCon line. Anyway, in February, we still make announcements and updates for our games. We're proud of our teams and the progress they've made across our games. We have lots of exciting upcoming news and releases to share with you. You'll continue hearing about those through our franchise channels with the talented people at the BlizzCon team playing a part in supporting these efforts. We miss seeing you, but don't worry, we'll be back soon together, or be back together soon. Blah, blah, blah. All right, so yeah, BlizzCon canceled. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about that. I mean, granted, everything that's recently happened and stuff over the years, I don't think they want to touch BlizzCon with a 10-foot pole, to be totally honest. I mean, it was already choppy because the Blitzchung thing happened, right? And everybody was pretty upset about that, or a lot of people were. And there were a few people who did, because I was waiting for it, right? I didn't have a virtual ticket, but my friend, she had a virtual ticket, and she allowed me to log in on her account on my PC when it was sitting over there on that side of the room. So I was able to actually watch BlizzCon for anything that happened. But, there was a few things here and there about the Blitzchung thing, but not a whole lot of anything notable. Other than that, it was just business as usual. This year may not have the same effect, but to be totally honest, as things calm down, because it's not as new, it kind of happened the same way, right? We had the Blitzchung thing, then a few months later we had BlizzCon, and at that point, people who were sticking to their guns wasn't playing the game or anything. They weren't really there. They weren't doing anything out of the ordinary to ruin the event for everybody else. And everybody else, who didn't care or wasn't involved in that or didn't know about it or whatnot, went, right? And, they had a good time and all that good stuff. And I'd say the same thing would probably happen again. Sure, people might be a little bit hesitant to go to any green rooms, of course. But other than that, I doubt there'd be a whole lot of boom, shebang, whatever, surprise. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you asked that question kind of deals. Just because the time has passed since those announcements of what's going on and stuff has happened. But, I can understand them wanting to keep a distance from the public over that sort of thing. It's definitely in their best interest not to, especially if they don't have a whole lot going on. And of course, with everything else going on, and maybe they feel that it's too much trouble to even put on to begin with. So, which is why they're reimagining, right? I'm not exactly sure what a reimagining of BlizzCon would even look like. I'm sure there's somebody out there who's probably thought about it and all this other stuff. But I mean, as it is right now, we have the physical event, right? And then we had the online only event, essentially. And then we had, I guess it wasn't really online, but we had that junction of online versus physical actually being there kind of thing. And outside of just going straight to online only, we're going to set up these offices for, this, that, and the other, get live stream it to Twitch or our browser, because that's what they did last time, right? It was to their browsers and whatnot. Maybe it was also on Twitch. I was watching it through the launchers. Outside of doing that, I don't really see anything else. This way they don't really have to put on the event. They don't have to get a bunch of people there. They don't have to have 1,000 vendors there and deal with all of that crap and stuff. It would be cheaper, of course, to do it that way. So as for reimagining, I'm not 100% sure what it would look like outside of just directly moving to online only and doing things that way. Maybe sell tickets to have people be able to ask questions or whatnot. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't like that, of course. It's like, you want to ask a question, you can buy a ticket for $15. So then you can write your question out in an email. We'll print it off, of course, and we'll get to it when we get to it, that sort of thing. It's like, and, Red Shirt asks, and, other than that, because they can't physically be there, I just don't really see what a reimagining of BlizzCon would be. But that's just me. Yeah, I think that's about all I got. Now's not the best time for BlizzCon at all. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting thing, especially since it was something I've always wanted to go to for years, and now would be the time that I might be able to actually do something like that, or set it up on the calendar and make myself there. But now it's canceled. Plus, I'm not really huge into Blizzard anymore, just because of recent events among other things. But yeah, That's all I got. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will talk to you later. See ya.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.